This is Goldar, and you're listening to Toku Secrets Podcast. Don't tune us out, tune us in.
What's going on, guys? So this is our first segment from live, and we are going to be reacting live, Riz, Anthony, and me, to the GoZyuGer trailer that just recently came out, and then we're going to give our thoughts. I saw this a little bit myself because it was all over Japanese news, including this one news app that my wife uses to get her news, and then of course she immediately sent me the thing. But yeah, I'm looking forward to checking this out again and checking it out live. And I'm assuming Riz and Anthony have also seen it. So
yep.
I have. Come on.
So yeah, for people watching, you can enjoy us reacting to this live, and for people who are who watch this later, also enjoy the podcast. Let's get this on.
All right, let's do it.
50年目にしてナンバーワンの戦隊。
So I just want to start off by saying, first of all, I don't understand how I feel about the Sentai suit for GoZyuGer just yet. So I thought I liked it when I saw the promo poster a couple of weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
But the more I look at the poster and everything, I kind of...
You want to bring the poster up on the screen?
Yeah, give me a second to pull it up. But okay. I kind of get this feeling it's a little bit AI generated. It doesn't seem like it's made in the typical Toku way, you know? And I don't know how I feel about that, to be quite honest with y'all. I don't know. What do y'all think? I'm pulling it up right now. Give me like 1 second to throw it on screen.
I don't know. It's weird because when I'm thinking about like the other Sentai suit, so King Oger was the first suit I remember seeing because remember, King Oger was the first Sentai that I watched as it was airing since GoZyuGer. And so I remember, so
here you go.
I've been reacting. Yeah, that's cool. We're going to see it. I've been reacting to like the suit appearances since King Oger when we started doing these podcasts. And when I saw King Oger, I was blown away by like how unique they looked. They looked awesome, really awesome suits. And with Boom Boomger, I thought, okay, I can tell that this is going to be a bit more of one of those lighthearted Sentais, and I can dig it. But with this one, and I don't know how to say this, but it kind of looks like, I don't know, like, I know Super Sentai is technically made into Power Rangers, but these suits look a bit more Power Ranger-y compared to what's, I don't know, like, I get what you're trying to say about how they're AI generated, like almost like you put something into an AI machine and say generate Power Ranger suits, and it gives us things.
And I mean, okay, so let's be honest for a second here. I didn't publicly say this on our Discord or on our Instagram or anything because I was just kind of wanting to see how it panned out a little bit longer. But let me a second. Can I zoom in on this guy? Is that a... I can't zoom in enough, can I? Hang on. Oh, yeah, I can.
Okay, that's better.
Okay, so if you look at Yellow's hands, right?
Yeah.
When I first saw the image, it didn't look like human hands, and I was kind of bugged by that because I was like, did they really generate AI for the hands? Because obviously when you're doing AI, the first thing you look for to make sure it's AI or not is you're going to look for the hands, the fingers. And yellow and green have weird hands. So I was wondering, okay, did they AI generate it? Is this intentional? What's going on here? And then it hit me when I was looking back at like some Reddit post. Yellow is meant to be a dinosaur. I think it's meant to be like a T-Rex or something. So the hands would make sense for that.
Yeah.
And I don't remember what green is. If anyone in the audience knows, please let me know because I forgot. But green is supposed to be some kind of bird.
Yeah, I was about to say that part.
Yeah, so it makes sense that it has 3 fingers rather than 5. But that little doubt that I had going into it was just like, I don't know, man. It felt weird to have something look like this. It doesn't look like Super Sentai to me, and I don't know how to feel about that per se. You know,
Here's the other issue. The more I look at these suits, and I think Anthony can back me up on this, especially with Green's helmet, doesn't it look and with I'm mainly talking about the shoulder and chest plate thing. Kind of looks a little bit like Kamen Rider O's.
Yeah, I can kind of see
the
here.
helmet. And here's the thing. I love Kamen Rider O's. It's still my favorite Kamen Rider season, but the suit, at least the base form of the suit, and that's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about O's in his alternative forms. I'm talking about him in the people who have watched Kamen Rider would know that his Taktoba form. Like, especially green, it looks a little too much like the Kamen Rider suit, and that's not exactly a good thing because I love O's, great series, but the design of the suit, I've seen a lot better in terms of Kamen Rider suit designs. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of Wizard, but I think that suit is at least better than O's. So,
yeah. I mean, okay, so I like the possible gimmick they're gonna do with this. If you notice the circles on the suit, there was for fan edits where people are putting in the Sentai symbol, like they'll put in a pirate symbol for GoZyuGer, they'll put in the Dino symbol for Abba Ranger or something.
Yeah,
and they're gonna say like, "Hey, we're using the powers of our Sentai seasons, right?" So that's a cool idea if they go with that. It would be kind of like a GoZyuGer tribute in a way, and also like a tribute to Zenkaiser, from what I understand. So I think it'd be pretty cool to have that kind of gimmick if they go with it, but I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do yet. It's kind of left in the open for me, you know?
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I want to see these suits a bit more in action before I kind of get into them. But the worst case scenario with these suits is that they're just going to be like, at the end of the day, probably mid-tier Ranger suits for me. Like, I would never I mean, they're not as epic looking as the King Oger suits, but they're not as, I mean, no suit is as ugly as the Battle Fever J suits, but you know.
Okay, that goes without saying, Nate. Come on, let's get creative here. Let's talk about other suits that
they're
are
not
ugly.
as bad looking as the GoZyuGer suits. I hate those suits, so.
Yeah. You know, it's kind of funny. There have been a couple of cases where I start off hating the Sentai suit for certain seasons before it airs. Most notably, and Zenith, I know you're here listening, but I did not like the Tokusatsu suits when I first saw them debut. Honestly, over the 10 years since it aired, it's been pretty awesome, though. I actually like them now. And then also Boom Boomzer. I thought they were going to be terrible, but the suits are actually really cool.
Yeah.
At least in my opinion. I don't know. What do y'all think?
I mean, the Boom Boomzer suits are.
They grew on me. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, they've grown on me. I'd still probably have them as mid-tier suits, but again, I mean, they're at this point, I really care more about the characters than the suits, and the characters are awesome, so they can
100%.
They can make me overlook how. Like, I'm still not a big fan of the Ginga Man suits, but everyone except one Ginga Man, and even then he's not a terrible character, is they're all great characters, so they can kind of override how the suits are.
Huh. That's a cool comment. Zenith is saying he used to hate the Pat Ranger suits, but now they're some of his favorite. Yeah, I mean, I can definitely agree with like that sentiment. I understand why you say that, and I think it's a fair comment. And yeah, definitely.
I mean, I'm hopefully going to be done with Q Ranger by the end of the year, so I'll have to see what I think about the Pat Ranger suits.
Yeah.
Although the Lupin Ranger suits look okay, though.
Yeah. But yeah, I think this trailer is pretty cool. it's just like so in our history.
Yeah.
And I know people have been making a lot of comments about, hey, this is the 49th, but not the 50th, because they split Pat and Lupin Ranger into their own like separate entity to make the count equal 50 this time. And some people are not a fan of it. I personally don't really care.
Well, here's the other thing. Super Sentai has done this before because with O-Ranger, where O-Ranger was, even though O-Ranger was the 19th season of Super Sentai, I'm sorry, it was made to celebrate the 20th anniversary of Super Sentai. So I kind of so this isn't the first time that Sentai has done this, and I'm guessing in the case of with O-Ranger, it was one thing because it was also kind of a way to like ceremoniously welcome in Go Ranger and Jaka into the franchise, because remember, every Sentai before that they didn't consider Go Ranger and Jaka official Sentais. Then O-Ranger comes in, and I guess they just decided, okay, we're going to accept Go Ranger and Jaka. So this was like a way to celebrate the 20th anniversary while ceremoniously welcoming in Jaka and Go Ranger. And in the case of Riz, Mikey just said something in the in the chat that I'm pretty sure you're not going to like.
Dude, I'm not even going to acknowledge Mikey's comment with a real response. I will respond to Zenith, though, because Zenith is my boy. And I will say, I will respect your opinion, Zenith, on Gecko Ranger being decent in your mind, because you also acknowledge that Jungle Fury is a top 5 season for Power Rangers. But in case I haven't made it clear on this podcast in the past, I absolutely hate Gecko Ranger as a season, but that's a topic for y'all to go back in time to listen to our previous works, per se.
Riz, at some point we got to get just on a brief tangent here. At some point, I mean, I don't think he's active anymore, but if he ever were to become active again, we need to get Ricky Lehman, the guy who did the Onyx Tavern podcast, on, because he not only doesn't think that Jungle Fury is good, but Geki Ranger is his favorite Sentai. That'll be a very...
Nate, are you trying to do another bloodbath?
I am 100%, and that'll be fun to watch.
Okay, that's your prerogative. But yeah, no, I just thought we'd real quick give the comments on GoZyuGer and the promo and everything.
But to say about the whole like 50th anniversary, that's what I was originally gonna go on to. I mean, here's the thing: 50th anniversary. That's a huge milestone for this.
Okay, Zenith, you're spitting facts, in my opinion, bro. You're spitting facts. Also,
well, he also thinks that RPM is the worst Power Ranger season ever, an opinion that, let's just say, did not get him a lot of love, and maybe that contributed to it.
Yeah, but
to get back to what I was saying, 50th anniversary, it's a massive milestone, and of course they're probably going to want to jump on an opportunity to celebrate that, because this is a massive accomplishment for a franchise like Super Sentai. So of course they're going to want to jump on celebrating the 50th anniversary as quick as they can.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all I had to say about this. Nate, do you want to?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was our quick reaction to just taking a look at the GoZyuGer stuff. Definitely looking forward to it, and yes, we will be taking a look at it as it airs. Hopefully, we won't have any lawnmower-esque experiences. Riz knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Anthony does too.
Yeah. Hopefully, GoZyuGer will be good. We're definitely intrigued by it. So. With that being said, for those who are still watching, stay on to check out some of our other stuff. But for everybody who's listening to this post live, we hope you guys have enjoyed this, and we'll see you guys next time as we continue the rest of our content. But until then, bye for now.